Good afternoon. You're watching City News 24/7. I'm Faiza Amin. An extremely productive call. That's how U.S. President Donald Trump is describing this morning's phone call with Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney. Our Alan Carter tracking this story for us. So, Alan, this is the first conversation between both of these leaders. How did it go?
Well, if you take Donald Trump's version of it, as he put on his social media, as you said, he called it extremely productive. He posted that shortly after a phone call between Mark Carney and the U.S. president. We haven't got an update from the Carney side, or readout from the Carney side on what has happened. Mark Carney yesterday had said that he had not yet spoken to the U.S. president, although that Donald Trump had reached out to try and get in touch, and then obviously that happened this morning. Here is what Donald Trump posted to Truth Social today, the text of what he said, where he actually refers to Carney as Prime Minister. Here it is, speaking with Prime Minister Mark Carney of Canada. I want to point that out. I'll come back to that. An extremely productive call. We agreed on many things. And then it goes on to say that we're going to be meeting immediately after Canada's upcoming election. And interesting, I think I want to talk about that a little bit as well. I mean, just look at the difference in tone and language from Donald Trump here, talking about the Prime Minister, Mark Carney. Previously, when talking about Justin Trudeau, of course, it was always the Governor of Canada and various other slights. And then Donald Trump suggesting right there in that post that he believes that Mark Carney is going to win the election. How this plays out on the campaign will be interesting. We've heard Pierre Poilievre say things like Donald Trump wants a Liberal government in power in Canada because he thinks that'll be easier to deal with. Will this continue to fuel the Liberals' rise and Carney's remarkable erasure of the 20-point deficit that the Liberals had just a short time ago? Let's talk about what else is happening on the campaign trail today. Jagmeet Singh is in Toronto, was speaking today in Toronto. Poilievre, as I mentioned, is in the West Coast. Here's Jagmeet Singh going on the attack against Mark Carney.
Just a couple months ago, he had approved this decision to target hardworking people, to exploit them, to engage in these predatory practices. And now he wants you to believe that as Prime Minister, he's going to fix this problem.
No.
That is just simply unbelievable. We can't believe that. Those aren't his priorities. He's not in it for you. He's in it for the company that he worked for.
You've heard these attacks from both the NDP and from the Conservatives, talking about the business dealings of Mark Carney in the past. Whether Canadians latch onto that remains to be seen. The other thing that we see from both opposition leaders is announcing actually policy issues, things like an increase to the TFSA. That's what Pierre Poilievre was talking about yesterday, and almost nobody in the country even noticed, because Donald Trump continues to be the issue, and U.S.-Canada relations continue to be the issue in this campaign. Faiza.
All right, our Alan Carter breaking things down for us. Alan, thank you.